Okay, hey there everybody, looks like this is working. Just have to go through some stuff here, make sure this is working. So I got my computer fixed. I had to get my stuff moved over into my new hard drive, and that's what took some time here. Wait, what? Back? I'm choosing this one, aren't I? Oh no. Do I get more operative slots? Interesting. I'm just gonna hit here. Any event? But, yeah. So big changes to Darktide. I wanted to check them out. Honestly speaking, I kind of don't care about the changes. I was never a person who cared about, like, the idea of, like, a lot of branching levels or a bunch of stuff like that. I just care if the core gameplay is fun, and it is, so... The game, as it was previously, was kind of fine for me, but if the changes are good, then I definitely appreciate that. More options is also nice, so... We'll have to see. I think that the sharpshooter probably, from what I've heard, has some of the lesser changes to how it works. But, yeah. It's nice having a new hard drive after everything.
I will surely do that.
It did seem like that was like the biggest thing that was going on there. Hold on, I just need to go into my options and go into audio, master volume, bring it down to about there. And I also need to change full screen. Oh right, I guess I should check out my loadout here. Create warrior sets, I don't really care about that. The important part is, let's check our talent trees. So this is the big change to this. With every trust level, you'll bag yourself a new talent point, allocate different talents in the tree, freely reallocate as you please. Okay, cool. All classes start with an ability, a blitz, and an aura. As you progress, you can augment them or acquire something completely new. Okay, cool. So, looks like we've got a precision sharpshooter type, a mass sort of fire type here, and then a commander type, it looks like, is what I would guess. I can get a shredder frag grenade. I think that's the standard. The crack grenade is a more high damaging one. It's interesting that the grenades are tied to these archetypes. And then there's a smoke grenade. I wonder if I could go like down here and then get both of these. This is a light skirmisher type is what this is. This is a heavy gunner type. Interesting. Okay. So this is where my reload speed was. This is probably going to be where like stealth might be. Oh, this is some new abilities here. Tactical reload is over there, so I think that you're actually not supposed to go all the way down any specific one tree as the veteran. I think that you're actually supposed to be sort of going around here. This has actually got melee damage on this side. That's kind of interesting. So, let's take a look at some of our capstones here. Excuse me. So this is a modifier for like command where you give everybody big buffs. This is actually a marksman one, so this is... Is this a melee-focused side? That's strange. So I guess this is the gunner side. I wonder why this one looks like the sniper. Okay, I tend to focus on like range damage and being able to do that sort of effectively. Looks like these lock you out of the other ones, so you can't take like all three of these, it looks like. Interesting. This one is the standard one. This is, I think this is the path that like most closely resembles our old veteran sharpshooter builds. Looks like it anyway. Bonus move speed for everybody. Plus 3% damage for you and allies, so just more damage. Okay. So I think these are also probably mutually exclusive. I'm kind of thinking that you go across these by hitting down here, and then you could go across like this. So if you start center, you can actually move across to the other ones a little bit more easily, if you wanted to. So this is our standard alts. This is our damage and recoil and all that other stuff. Voice of command replenishes your toughness and staggers all enemies. So It's basically a flashbang sort of stun that you can activate on yourself. So it looks like these are also optional, so I wouldn't have to do these. These are increases to our ultimates. Interesting. This one's got the most increases to it. What's this do? Infiltrate. Replenishes all toughness and enters stealth for 6 seconds, gaining 25%. This would be if you were used to playing the elf in Vermintide, which is what I played, actually, but I think that this is probably stronger. Killing an enemy outlined by Executioner refreshes. Executioner stance now outlines all ranged enemies. So these are exactly what we used to sort of have here. What do we have for this command one? 50 toughness over the maximum. Revives knockdown allies within radius, but also reduces your radius by 33% and increases your ability cooldown by 33%. So this would be an instant res ability, so you could use it also as a medic type ability. Minus 90% threat for... So this means that even after we leave stealth, after we finish that, we are low priority, so they're not going to fire at us. This is kind of what I was using previously, because I would try to make it so that if I stood still, I wouldn't get shot at. Extra damage reduction on leaving stealth. Extra damage. Oh, extra toughness, extra damage. Your combat, so you could store multiple infiltrates, so you could chain them together if you wanted to. I think that this one's kind of an expensive path for what it's giving you, since you can't attack while you're stealthing, and then you get a whole bunch of bonuses on leaving it, which is good. Replenish all stealth is great for just being able to sort of get out of a bad situation, so I can sort of see that being good. And then there's more actual abilities sort of on this side, whereas this one, you sort of go down here and you just have to pick between these things. So if you're really just going for shots, it looks like you go down this side. Start off with, you still have volley fire, it's just very basic. You start off with a frag grenade, and you start off with scavenger. So this is the bleed version of the grenade, but works the same. Okay. Well, do they still have like the just stay still and don't get shot at ability? I don't feel like that's a thing anymore. I think that's been put into low profile. Close quarters kill zone. When using infiltrate, this is applied after leaving stealth. How do you actually... Can you actually get that far into both trees? Let's see how many points we sort of have after this. So you'd sort of actually have to go into infiltrate and then go across here and then get down to here is how you would do that. Ah, okay, I see. That's how that would be. So that would be a sort of pop out there. 30-second cooldown on get back in the fight. Stun immunity, slow immunity. This one's replenish when there are no enemies within 8. That's what I previously liked. This is kind of interesting, though. This is, like, good against people who are bursting you down, kind of. My fan is kind of going nuts, which is kind of interesting. I'm just going to try going down straight one of these trees here for now. Definitely want the refresh, definitely want the counterfire. Extra range damage. Okay, so the Deadshot passive is something that we previously had access to. I actually don't like it on all guns. Reload speed as passive is probably better. Replenish 15% toughness and gain 10% toughness damage reduction for 8 seconds on range weak spot kill. So headshot kills, you get toughness. Critical hits with last weapons consume no ammo. That's actually extremely powerful. If you can increase your critical hits to high enough. So you would definitely use that with something like Deadshot as a sort of thing. How do you get rid of these? You just right-click them. So you would want to go for like a full crits build if you wanted to go into something like Shock Trooper, because having unlimited ammo functionally would actually be pretty good. Precision Strikes is what we're going to take here, though, with what we're gaining. Suppression Immunity, Stamina Regen, Toughness Damage Reduction. I'd rather have the damage reduction on that. Extra Ammo, Toughness Boost, Marksman. So we actually have 8 points left over after doing all that. Let's actually see how this works. So we're going to take Vanguard. So we can't do that. Okay, so the only way across is to go like this. So if I wanted something like Twinned Blast, I would have to go get like the 5% health and then the 5% melee. Which I don't necessarily want here. I could get extra damage and radius on the frags. Or I could get Covering Fire. Ammo crates also restore grenades. Medipacks heal 100% faster, cleanse corruption, and replenish 1% toughness per second. That's actually really, really good in a lot of ways. I could also actually get these. So if I wanted to, I could sort of go back and get more stuff from just this tree. Okay, extra grenades, speed and revive speed is higher, movement speed when moving towards a knockdown. So that's like an assist ability there. So by this point, you're sort of committed. Like if you are trying to go down this tree, you kind of just go down that tree. I could just get some more range damage. I think there's some very viable last weapon crit builds that you could do now. That's kind of interesting. I feel like this right-hand tree is a little bit incoherent. Bonus damage versus elites, I actually really like. This also has the demo stockpile. I think for now I'm going to grab that. I'm going to get tactical awareness. I'm going to get the bonus versus elites. Go over here. I'm going to grab field improv and demo stockpile. Having those better grenades I think is going to be something that's really, really nice. I'm going to get the extra range damage here. And I think I'm just going to go over here and get this critical chance here. So this is probably very focused compared to what you potentially could do. So this I'm going to call loadout whatever. It's going to be for this Spearhead Bolter Chainsword combo. That seems fine. I was having a problem with my other games here. Yeah, there's something wrong with my mouse. I think it's something to do with the drivers. Okay, well, that seems to be somewhat better.
Found your way to the mission terminal, did ya? Guess that means I can't have you executed. Not yet. This is the heart of the operation.
I mean, I've already done this, so I don't know why it's it might be because it's new, so. Alright, let's not choose anything too crazy just right now. Let's go with something that's kind of medium. Shock Trooper, increased specialists, difficulty 3. I want to choose something fairly bog standard right now, just for now. But I don't want to do anything that's too easy either. Let's do Smelter Complex without any mods. See how that works for us. Something wrong, I think, with the mouse drivers, because it's doing this thing where it's like, if it's a lot of games, it's not got the correct mouse sensitivity. Like this is 10 times sensitivity, full swipe across the thing. So that's really weird. It's been doing that in Payday as well. I've got another mouse, but you kind of need your other mouse buttons in this game a little bit more. So, oh, Windows Defender, allow access. Thank you. Got a lot of veterans here. These guys have both got crack grenades, got voice of command on both of them.
The primary smelter at Metal Fab 36 has been disabled.
So I think I'm the only actual shooter
Fix
here.
it. There's a demonic infestation at play here. Purging the corruption should resolve the situation. Get the production lines running again. The fate of Atoma might just depend on them.
Okay, I don't remember how to play this game super well, so... Well, I kind of do, but... I've been playing, like, Payday 3 with my friends, so... If my abilities are kind of screwed, that's how that'd be. Oh yeah, no, this is... Okay.
Heretics really want their claws on this place, don't they?
There's a supply elevator close by that will get you to the smelter complex.
Alrighty. So I think going like a high crit last build might be an interesting thing to try.
Elimination sanctioned. Repair!
Alright, there we go.
No need for fancy shots! Barrel's gonna explode!
Need to adjust this down a little bit.
Neutralization commenced.
There's another one back there, but I can't see him.
Sniper! Tracking. I have eyes on the main entrance!
Mechanical zone. Manufacturing. Weapons manufacturer. Stay there. Shock flamer.
It's a little bit too fiddly here. Might have to ramp it down to 9 or something like that.
Mercy.
Ranger. Eliminated.
Yeah, this is... The aim down sight one needs to have lower sensitivity.
Get out of my head.
This place is wall to wall during the exchange. As it is, you should reach the elevator in minutes.
We're in cover. Good to have someone I can trust.
You keep your discipline in a firefight. Discipline's good.
Oh, is that a compliment I hear? I am honored.
You still got a long way to go before you're a soldier. When you get there,
2 compliments? Now this feels like a trap.
target's marked. Executing.
Empress mercy administered. It's dealt with.
Help me get clear!
Veterans requesting aid.
Where is this
Kill
damn
that
thing?
poxbuster.
It's moving away from me all of a sudden.
Grenade here. Shotgunner.
Grenade thrown!
Neutralize that corner.
Get back from that barrel!
Okay. I need to get time so I can like adjust my settings a little bit, but not very much. It's kind of annoying because it's functional right now, but I definitely need some
I
tuning.
need that.
Isolating targets.
You've reached the supply elevator. It's a good start, but you need to keep moving.
Hostile sighted. Ready yourselves.
I'm noticing like my toughness isn't really going down at all basically with this build, which is interesting. I haven't done too much to increase my toughness, but clearly it's enough. I do feel like this is actually better for quick fire.
We could do with help.
That is just because of my mouse settings. Normally this is pretty okay.
Looks like the elevator's arrived. Get moving before more heretics show up.
You're supposed to be a soldier! Useless!
Target neutralization.
Scan bomber!
Okay, well that went okay. Let's use this time. Get into options. Inputs. That looks better. This is still a little bit janky, but I can actually probably use this now. You want your aim down sights usually to be a little bit less sensitive than your other ones. Apparently Psyker's broken right now. It's usually the one that has something that breaks.
Elimination protocols engaged.
Death and tides are the only certainties. Yet I hope Atoma's given leniency in the last.
No time! No soldiers to protect anywhere!
Can't let the Imperium grind to a halt. Tide's gotta be paid.
Pay your damn taxes. I think you can animation cancel into that now.
It's a start. Good progress. Keep moving through the superstructure.
I stood too close to that. I got hit by a little bit of the, what's it called?
Engaging multiple targets.
Another abomination sent to oblivion.
Tidy work, veteran!
Reload speed still feels a little bit slow with the build I'm using, but shooting there was garbage. Alright.
There'll be more coming, so stay fragging alert!
Copy.
Didn't want to get too separated from the squad there.
Who's close by?
Doors open. Alright.
Sniper! Down! Clean kill!
That was behind us. I wonder how the voice audio call started there.
Ammo!
Reaper! Get nearly dead!
Regulations E to 112!
Delta control is just beyond the assembly line.
Grenade!
Probably should get a new mouse. Haven't tried my grenades at all
Marked
yet.
for death.
Combat protocol, colleagues! Drop you sanctions!
Keep it together, we're winning!
That caused some damage.
He's dead! I'm gonna need a minute to believe that.
Chaos Spawn are relatively fragile, so you just sort of lay into them, but not much more to it than that.
Group up and let's get this finished.
Don't fucking run off! Really missed the guard. Being part of something bigger.
The guard is everything.
We should focus on the task at hand, not wish others were here to complete it.
Here, catch this!
I mean, it seems pretty tough. Seems pretty good. You just make sure left clicker here doesn't get trapper.
Sights this gunner up completely.
Sights from the gun being off is exactly how I feel right now.
Get around him! Kill the owl! Ready, back down!
Every kill! A clear's been exchanged!
Having a harder time hearing the audio cue for the I'm about to get hit from behind sort of thing.
Execution warranted.
What is that? I think that's a Psyker ability. He's got a homing sort of like a dart thing that doesn't do very much damage, low rate of fire, but it's very good at just picking off things. I don't know much about it. I think it's an alternative like head burst.
That's the smelter. Good work for getting this far.
Executing.
It's almost like a throwing knife. It's like that Yondu thing.
This route's one way. Good! A healing station!
Systems operation functional.
I never thought I'd see these engines stilled. The sniper is dead!
I think it's very good for picking stuff off. I wonder how it scales into higher difficulty though.
Purge the machinery of all corruption. Then we can fire the smelter back up.
Cowboy Grim is lagging here behind us.
Ammo!
I need to be using like way more grenades.
Elimination sanctioned.
Still standing too close to those things.
Friggin' nasty! But he's dead!
Anyone isn't enough. Find the others.
So much for all that fraud! Reloading!
Gotta move and weave in this game.
Burster! Shooting! Shooting!
Allow me to assist, Rockneck! The machine spirit waits!
Running formation! Right fucking now!
Reading. Yes. What's off demonic growth?
Okay. This is going well here.
Terminating.
Strike C-77, dead!
It was good to see a dead Trax of 7-7.
Smelter's ready to go. You just need to flush the system.
Okay.
Stay with it.
Targets identified.
Ammo crate! That's the Ranger dead! Yes!
Very well played!
Hammer of the Emperor!
I hear that one of the changes as well is like the Ogren just has like a big rock as one of his optional grenades.
Heading back down! Reloading! Fucking hell! You're scaring me!
That's ratifying culmination!
So I think there's going to be way more for the veteran in terms of
Right to gamble on you.
your weapon is going to really change depending on what sort of build you've kind of gone with.
Target neutralization.
Or your build is going to really change with your weapon. Either way you want to think of it.
Headstand!
Voices.
Because obviously, like, you really want to have lots of reload speed and stuff like that for your bolter. Like, that's just obvious. But for other types of guns, it's going to be a little bit different. Like, I'm going to try and build a crit last build and then bring in a, I don't know what kind. Like, I'm just going to go in there with, like, maybe even a basic last gun. Ooh, or I could bring a high crit build with the, what's it called? The Vrax pattern one. Or not Vrax, Hellebore last gun. Because I think that, like, not spending ammo on those shots is actually really, really good. I forget, can I garbage weapons from here? Or do I have to do it elsewhere? Because that looks kind of garbage to me. I think this is the new one here. Could be this one. Either way, I don't want either of these. So we'll get rid of it. There we go. We've got some high quality revolvers. I think I was trying to craft one that had, like, max stats. But what we want to equip right now here... What kind of Lucius ones do we have here? Because I don't think you go for a crit build with the faster firing ones necessarily, because that's going to involve that stance that takes those up there. Infernus is bad, actually, but... Mark II Blue might actually have higher stats overall. 362 on stats compared to 335. Yeah, this is the higher one. This is the light Lucius, though, which is weird. I haven't really worked hard on the Hellebores to get a really, really good one. Because you don't... Well, I kind of find you don't need a really, really good one. Okay, obviously if we're doing that, we equip the shovel. This is actually a pretty okay shovel, honestly. It's not amazing or anything, but it is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and... Actually, we'll undo that. We'll go ahead and equip this. We'll equip that. And... How do we... Is that actually saved? I can't tell. So delete that. I think this is... Let me delete both those. I'm going to hit that. Okay, so we'll try making a new one here after that. Actually, I want to look for one that's got higher crit. If I can find one that's got bonus critical. Yeah, this has got 5% and a crit build innately. So that would actually be good. Well, I do want this on the Lucius. On the Hellebore. Maybe we'll have to sort of make one specific for that, which is going to be some crafting, but... I'm not going to worry about the specifics of getting into the crafting right now. I'm just going to have this equipped, and then we'll make a new one later. We'll reset all. Okay, so we want to get... It's still this side type of build here, but we want to get to Shock Trooper, that's for sure. We'll probably still want some of this stuff here. We don't need that. We could try going through another path here if we wanted to. We're gonna go for exploit weakness, and then we'll have the smoke grenade, which I don't necessarily like. We don't need survivalist. I would like the damage for myself and allies, so we're actually gonna shift over to here. I definitely think I prefer executioners over the other options still for this particular type of build. I wouldn't mind getting some of this though, but... Okay, so this is our first major crit ability. This also is crit, so we're going to take it. Okay, we do want Deadshot here. Okay, none of this really increases stealth. Although I do want suppression immunity. That would actually be really good. What we're digging for here... So, this is actually kind of tricky to get, but would be really, really strong for us. This would actually be pretty good for me. I switch weapons a lot. Do we have any other crit, though? This is melee crit. I don't think that's what we're after technically. So maybe we just finish off this tree here. Okay, so what is our crit on this? So that increases the power of our critical hits. We could get rid of some of this stuff if we wanted to. I think this is kind of like maxed out on this concept, though, to a large extent. We might not be able to get more. We still want to reload quite constantly because, like, that gives us extra crit chance. So that would all be good. I think we're going to make this into page 2. Nope, that did not. How does this work? Oh, is this just... No, I don't... I'll figure out how to save these later. That's kind of weird, the way that's set up there. Not 100% sure about those grenades that I've got, but trying to use like line of sight blockers against AI type stuff is always a little bit janky. Let's go into a difficulty 4 assassination mission. This build's not the best for assassination, I don't suspect, because it's not going to do much against the final boss. Let's see here. Got 2 zealots, got a psyker, we got venting shriek, smite, seer's presence, blades of faith, benediction, shroudfield. I'll have to check all these out as well. But yeah, as it is.
Intel's identified a high target in the Enforcer station. It's ruined, but defensible. The sewers are your way in. From there, you'll be heading up into the torrent
I think they
proper.
did fully get rid of that ability I liked, where it's just like you don't get shot if you stand still. Which I really liked, but it did kind of make the game a bit janky in some ways.
Oh, we get to see all the nice places. Watch where you're walking.
At least the Heretics won't
One of our
see you
dudes doesn't
coming.
have grenades at all, it's already red. So I think he just doesn't get them with his ability set.
Very civilized, so long as you comply.
You'll need to reach the street. An ascender is your best bet.
The Zealots have decided to get stuck in, haven't they?
As you can see, everything in the car is falling apart.
Ammo count has gone down a little bit, but not actually that much.
I wish I could talk
Rage is dead and
to
gone.
like you.
Yeah, my ammo hasn't really gone down that much. So the build is working, which is pretty nice. It's hard to tell when shots are crits, though, a little bit. Like, I fired a ton of fully charged shots, and I've only used, like, a tiny amount of ammo. I think that's a toggle. Or it's getting stuck somehow, otherwise.
Rangers, he got it. So noisy now. Watch me. I learned something.
Of course!
Oh, that's enough, you wound, Sally. Hurry on! Gotta die sometime.
I sense it is refined. Maybe try that.
I hear you.
That's not good.
For the sighting! Killed it!
Sneaking's the
Cool.
last blow.
Alright.
It doesn't make you a hero, Zealot.
Try as I might, I'm never not awed by the scale of these things. Something about the way they fight. It's like a dance. Like killing for them is an art form.
We will slay them!
Gunner, light them up! Ha!
Stretching
Punch yourselves up! You need to heal, Striker.
Look out! Pound!
Ye counter!
I am called to judgment.
Yeah, like I thought. Oh, mouth, no stain.
The former will trouble us no more.
Young battle is going to blow!
Lots of shit happening here.
Stairs!
My incomparable mind tires of this drudgery.
Seeking protection!
You're the offender. Hopefully it still works.
Oh god.
Oh no!
My message has been used with some ammunition. If you have anything to spare, that is.
No useless creature than yours.
You've got incoming. Stand your ground.
Man, I need to practice with this gun.
Won't be a problem now!
Out of sight.
Need some stuff, Medicaid!
Find your wound.
Hold it! Big duty eliminated!
The problem that people seem to have with this weapon is that a lot of people seem to think it's a precision one, but it's actually modeled after a trench gun. It's actually supposed to be like a high damage close-up weapon, not a long-range precision weapon. It's kind of weird in that sense.
Energy blast!
There's more coming. Get up the offender and get out of there.
We fight well together. Give me the best emperor that I ever doubted.
Okay.
You lot stick with me, and I'll get you through this.
I feel better already.
I used to live in a block just like this. I'm never going back.
Why not? Seems wasn't enough.
Beauty!
Hard to tell who's dead there and who's not.
Russia!
I will get nowhere!
Judgment comes.
Raise it, Teddy, gun! Go get him, you mad bastard!
There's a lot of high armor
Wanna
specials
heal,
I just
bitch?
killed.
Now's the time!
Other people could do with it.
Traxxas 1, suppressing fire!
Where?
One barely understands the true unfairness of Imperial law until one stands above it. I will wager.
Traitor! Won't be a problem now! Break and flame it!
use up some of my ammo now. Ow.
Kill the sniper!
With the shovel. That is not something I want to mess with on this level of health.
Mercy on your dying servant!
Oh, downed.
Here they come!
I think that's going to be the whole team wiped here. They need to get out of line of sight of that sniper when they have the chance.
Won't anyone help me? Oh!
Tick up might carry, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I definitely just need to practice more with this gun. I also think the grenades are on, but it's hard to get with different ones. I think he's about to go down here. And again, this is they're very good carry potential. Like that. It's because they can sort of like heal themselves in a way that other classes can't.
Seen a lot of sharpshooters down here. Cowardly business.
They die as other mortals. Nothing else matters. Let the God Emperor's rage fill ye and immolate.
I'm surprised he got through that.
I am you're dead.
Hold your breath, Kendrick. Rotten ones serve no one.
We got steal with you now.
Looks like we've got a real fight on our hands. Wind, stop, sand.
Doesn't like me one bit. Jeez. Nope. He'll be dead before I take too much damage from that.
Comrades, got a pox bursting. What good are you anyway, witch? Oh, I'm empty.
Some lag here with my melee weapon in particular, which is a bit weird, but okay.
Talking like rust eater beetles.
I'll take it.
Don't have full memories of the Enforcer Station. There's always time to fix that.
Stand, Gunner!
Hard to believe there used to be Enforcers here. I still have a family face to day.
Cool.
Oh, beauty! Oh, Throne! That's the big beauty kill! He made the Golden Throne himself, right? He knew it was coming.
Honor him with your deed.
Quite a few of my shots are like being refunded.
Only that of
I am
you.
liking that part, but I'm not sure it's worth it.
My prayers are answered. Holy ammunition.
I guess other people in my team though are like suffering for ammo. Normally it's like easy to find lots of it, but
No way back this way.
Stop shotgunner!
The good Emperor guides you in.
Magnificent Emperor! Judge this mutant!
Stop shotgunner! Oh, of course they found cover. Engaging critical target!
these guys are supposed to be highlighted, but they're not. They're also not resetting my thing.
Beauty!
Another dead drunk!
Lend a hand, someone!
Can't aim worth shit right now. Yeah, he's screwed because he died up there, so you know that's his fault.
Damn you, witch! Yeah, we're coming! Snipers, John!
That's better.
Gather your team and I'll clear you for access.
There'll be no substitute for zeal.
Uphold the heretic and the mutant!
Everyone pay attention and group up as soon as you can. There's a prisoner transfer elevator close by. It'll take you straight to the kill target.
Right, gunner! No, full on!
I must reload!
Kill that ranger!
Fighting armor achieves nothing!
Reaper!
My weapon is empty!
Forward!
Pray for me when I am gone!
Gunner! Drop his dead! Priest needs help! Keep close! We've got company!
Emperor, guide my hand!
I was about to say those gunners hurt a lot more than they used to, but there's actually I'm getting shot by 4 of them, so
Decay!
Psycho bears watching!
what am I pressing these for? I have no idea.
Got the touch flamer!
I hear a a bad sign.
The marksman seems to have that.
The Ranger is delivered to judgment!
Hostile! I don't like the sound of that.
I pray that the Emperor in his wisdom sends his daughters to cleanse this land.
Would we be employing rejects if we had any other choice?
I should have let the Witch Seekers take me. It would have been quicker.
Oh, man.
Copy that!
Ouch. I was trying to switch weapons, but I couldn't.
Emperor, guide your hand! Strike on his weak spot! Your suffering is but a pale reflection of the Emperor's.
Careful! Don't you know my sins are contagious?
Come on, come on. Done. You can use the elevator.
You are weary pilgrims, I know. Your deeds are known to him.
Ammo. Just what I needed.
Well,
Where are the enforcers?
Enforcers never made much difference down here. Not when it was needed.
Justice is a fleeting concept, I found.
I don't technically need that very much.
Ammo crate!
Suits me.
That's the sanctuary's active target. Go, go, go!
Trying to bring
Hide me.
Oh, he's after me. Boss fight was actually easier.
The burrow is going to explode! Retreat!
Rangers finished!
The dead are singing to me!
The Ranger is cleansed!
Huh. Not sure where I'm getting these penances from, but whatever. Okay, I still need to moderately adjust some stuff here. Oh man, that was a rough round. Yeah, I think for this I need to have like my weapon changed up a bit. How come I can't actually continue here? It's like enter, but that brings up chat. It's probably load screen thinking actually. Yeah, it's probably loading, trying to figure out what kind of weapon to give me. I don't care about those weapons though, because I like buy weapons and then upgrade them. I find it more efficient than trying to grind through missions in the other way, because you're doing both anyway. You need the money, so you use those to buy weapons. Then you use the money that you use to buy like weapons and upgrade them, so hopefully that works out okay. Why did it spawn me in a random different spot? That's a bit odd. Wonder if this is different. I don't care. Okay. Because it should be basically the same.
Each weapon is a relic. It should be cared for as such.
Guess this is already that. Yeah, this is the same. Hasn't changed at all.
Seems so much more agreeable.
How may I assist?
So still buy stuff like this through this system. And you can still buy like pre-made stuff, which, you know, is what that is. Surgical's interesting. Definitely would not want certain parts of this build with that. Okay. So I definitely don't like the build as it is without like a different gun, but it doesn't have to be that different. It's already working as is, but I feel like I'm not getting quite as many criticals as I'd like. What's this do?
Emperor be praised.
Ah, cosmetics.
Transaction successful.
So what's this then?
Enjoy your day.
Oh no, these must be the free ones.
Retail unit active.
Yeah, these are the ones that don't require real money, so you could just get whatever you want here. I don't really care about these. Okay, I'm gonna go in and adjust my options here a little bit more here. I'm gonna drop this down all the way to like 5, I think. The other one's like I at where I want it to be, but I feel like the aim down sights one, need to change that a little bit. Oh, I needed to change my weapon loadout as well. What other kind of like loadout would I want to try here with the new talent trees? I could try like a pistol one. Yeah, I don't know how these things are actually done. Let's try a pistol build, actually. Starting here with our pistol knife combo. Let's see if we can build like a talent spec for that. I don't know if, I don't really want that sort of stuff there. Let's try the crack grenade. I think this like sticks to, yeah, it sticks to armor. Crack grenades also get a lot more damage. This would be more like doubling your grenades though. Only on 10% chance though, so this is definitely stronger. This is a 50% boost, this is like a 10% boost. Let's go increase move speed, let's get that. Not super happy with some of the stuff in this path here. I'm just gonna max this out here, I think. This is really like, you know, anti-synergistic with this, I feel like. So this is where you get the bleed stacks. It's not really what we want to be doing here. Better than the other alternative, though, it looks like. Okay, so we got the option for melee. Plus 5% to all base damage for 5 seconds after sprinting, stacks up to 3 times. So this one applies to range and melee. So it'd be like more of the swap out type of thing, which is what I'm already kind of going for here. This would be like really good damage on headshots with knife, which is something I think is actually also really good with this. So I think we're actually going to go that side. And we've still got 5 talent points, so we could actually go down these ones. Which gives us pretty good damage bonus. This is like really committed to this tree, unfortunately, which is kind of fine, but kind of not. I'm going to reduce sprinting cost as well. Would not mind increasing our reload speed on that gun there. So this is just to avoid the smoke grenade, mostly. What else could I choose here? +1 stamina might not be terrible, but I'm going to take reciprocity. Okay, we'll try that out. Do I think this is good? Have no idea. No clue whatsoever. A lot of veterans this one. That is a very deranged looking zealot. Be interesting for me to try out the changes to Psychers, because I feel like they got like the most differences. This team's gonna be this team's gonna be pretty normal, I feel like.
Here's the mission. You're inbound to Metal Fab 36 to liberate a supply train. Another team will deal with the extraction.
I do like that my character is the most commando looking out of the group here, because my character is like light armor, no helmet, just light good socks. These guys are covered up in flak. This guy looks like he's actually from Krieg. Could be Iron Warriors, but or Iron. I can't remember the name of the Legion. It's the one from Armageddon, Steel Legion. Kind of both, actually. They have a lot of similarities in their kits.
These are a disgrace to their uniforms.
We all have our part to play in the Omnissiah's holy design.
Keeping within the city, stamping our weapons in war gear.
Beneficent Emperor, may this labor of war find reward in your sight.
If you can reach the production nexus, you can cut across to the consignment yard from there.
I noticed that my stealth starts with like 1 charge, but like some delay in my hitboxes.
Heretics are blind to much.
Gun somehow feels like revolver actually somehow feels even punchier.
Try corner! Reloading!
I need to take the sprint while reloading thing, which I think was the thing that I could take.
Beyond the light.
I hear a boss. Is this music for a boss or horror? This is a horror. That grenade hits hard.
Oh, it's done, well done.
Don't kill, soldier.
Aiming routines right now.
Have been just forever.
I keep forgetting this is a 5-shooter.
Soldier's favorite gift, a grenade.
I do like grenades. The cracks I like. I like the massive damage against single target. I don't think this is the right build necessarily for that, but it's not terrible.
The production nexus is just beyond the workers' cloister.
Oh, jeez.
We have a moment to shrive our souls. Unburden yourselves of your sins.
I think I'll keep that between me and the Emperor if it's all the same to you.
Unit engaged.
The things the heretics worship, they're just demons, right? I mean, they couldn't really be gods.
Demons are lies, not gods. Oh, have you seen the ones with the stigmata? It's just so fucking depraved.
Surrounded. Oh, did not hear that at all.
Power cell!
That's weird. Okay.
Can't use it until it's recharged.
I don't know why we're bothering, but okay. Sure, 3 hit points.
Down to 40.
Death right. Thank you, repacks. But mostly dead.
Throwing grenades! Burster!
You need ammo, soldier.
You're above the production nexus. Find a way down.
A little more! Go for the head! See if we can't pop the eye right open!
Where'd that trapper go? It was behind me. I don't like having trapper behind me.
No light.
It's above us.
Get your extra interrogators in place.
I didn't want to jump down until after that.
Got her!
Hogsbasters gone.
like the hitbox on the revolver sometimes is more generous than the other weapons. So I'm like hip firing shots. I don't feel like I have a right to be getting headshots, but I'm getting headshots with it.
Watch it! Sharpshooter!
Someone fix that data interrogator!
I can only imagine you attempted random inputs until it worked. But it is now working.
That's better.
Reloading!
Interrogation approaching completion. Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data interrogator correctly?
At first, I'll do it in the garden.
Interrogator's going.
Who's doing that one?
Done.
I've only got like 6 shots left. This is
Wonder
fantastic.
what things are like on Holy Terror. Must be better than this.
One day I will see the golden throne.
Just let them pop off shots because I need to run in here and steal ammo.
Ammo!
I got the ammo. Finally, haha.
Together! Help! Forward!
Unremarked till judgment comes. Die, hound!
Where's that bomber?
Over there!
Die, mutant! Another battle won!
Both teammates that wear the black armor is like... Sometimes they look like these guys.
Get out to the consignment yard right away.
Medication
Better than
station!
us go into zones like this and not come out. Stay sharp. Aye.
Take flights! We've got company!
Done.
I think we're all professionals.
I'm reloading! Bring it, you degenerates! Never thought the zealot had it in him. Oh, full on!
We will not be martyrs after all.
Kind of wish that grenade had gotten him, but died before it had a chance.
Someone, take the grenade! Far from the light. Trust on the Emperor's mercy!
I really like the new grenades. Like the fact that
How
they
did
have
you end up here?
those different options.
I would explain, but I fear you lack the cognitive equipment to fully comprehend.
What will you reply? Not so sure about it being an answer.
Grenade!
Ranger!
Right. Get this place secured. The support team will handle the rest.
gunner! I'm so noisy now!
I do like this dynamic playstyle, swapping back and forth between weapons. Like, I think that's actually really good. I need to get out of here. That guy also looks like a Scab. Not a Scab, he looks like a dragon. I haven't used my special at all this game. Like, you use it when you feel like you're in a rough spot, I feel like, with the stealth. But, like, I'm good at dodging most of the time. A lot of the time, but not all the time. So it's like... you don't feel like you need to use it if you can get out of bad situations without it. It feels like it's kind of like an oh shit button to like get out of a bad situation that you let yourself get into. Is how I guess it kind of supposed to be, but like, just try not to get it. I actually really like this game, and I still really do. Like, the changes to it are good. I don't think they were necessary, but they are good. Like, they had a major class overhaul that actually adds a ton of versatility to your builds. You don't like the structure? I love this kind of structure. It's just a very casual run-in and shoot stuff kind of thing for me.
Sniper!
Where?
Sniper! Here, maybe find sucker.
Ammo crate! Lady pack down!
But yeah, like, to me, these kind of games are just a run around and shoot stuff kind of game. I kind of really like that. Same with, like, Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. Payday. Yeah, horde shooters in general. I know there's some people that have taken, like, super seriously. But, yeah, just taking these shots, picking these guys off, like, super satisfying. This wave's longer than I remember it being, though. I definitely feel like they've changed the sound for the revolver. It's way sharper now. It was already very heavy. Like, you're firing a really big, heavy round with this thing.
Grenade prime and throwing.
Yeah, he looked at me because I killed the guy. Gunplay is really good.
Do not die!
They've added a lot more bosses.
Sniper!
Won't be a problem now!
Yeah, I actually don't want this kind of game to have like a cohesive single player. Like, this is the kind of game that is for playing like around with groups and stuff like that. I don't think that these kind of games can be very fun single player. That's why I think they're so casual. Like, if it had a really good story and you sort of had to progress through the story like in a proper way, I think it would be like a more sort of like intense experience in a lot of ways, whereas this is just very casual. Admittedly, I play on like the harder difficulties usually, but like, eh. Yeah, this new build feels pretty good compared to the last one. Like, I always loved the revolver knife gameplay, which is like the sweaty tryhard build. But The way that they've sort of changed things up feels really quite good for that. I feel like I could, like, get... yeah, this game doesn't work for single player, which is why it doesn't click. Yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. There's some games that I think I prefer playing multiplayer, and ones where I'm running around shooting stuff are the ones where I prefer playing multiplayer. Like, I've played Half-Life and stuff like that, and I didn't really like it that much. It was okay, but, like... I always felt like I had to advance. They always had these sort of gauntlets where it was sort of, like, quite difficult, and I could only rely on myself, so if I had to reload or something like that, it could be a really big downer moment. Whereas in these kind of games, like, multiplayer shooters always feel a lot better to me. It's one of the very few genres where, like, I would much rather play with other people. Same with, like, why I like Team Fortress. It's just way, way more fun to play that kind of game with people than it is to play without. Alright, so I've tried the right path, but I didn't actually use Infiltrate at all. I'm going to actually try and use that a little bit here. I think I have to try and get into, like, really bad spots, so maybe I just have to play on, like, harder difficulties or something, but, like, eh. What's this thing? Low intensity gauntlet. Ventilation purge. Visibility reduce. Wormwood agents report reduce any concentrations. Wonder... This has got a lot of different stuff here. And there's this one. Maelstrom Mission 1 to 2. Chance that specialists become weaker monstrosities. That's kind of crazy. So this must be a really... Well, Bioshock I only like because I like the way the story works in Bioshock. The actual, like, gameplay is not something I'm super... I don't care too much about the gameplay in Bioshock. I think that's one of the reasons why I liked Bioshock 4, or Bioshock 2, sorry, not Bioshock, what am I thinking? But, like, Bioshock 2, whereas a lot of people didn't. Bioshock Infinite. Actually, how do they name... I forget the naming structure, because they, like, had Bioshock, and then they had that, like, other Bioshock where you're playing, like, something very different, and you go through that. Yeah, like... I'm trying to think what mission I want to try here. I don't want to do anything too crazy right now. Yeah, no, this is probably fine. I'll just ease myself in with this one. Drop this into it. I don't know what kind of a story you could honestly make that would be very good with the specifics of this gameplay. Because, like, the problem in this game is that they actually lean pretty heavily into the fact that you're just kind of a piece of shit. Like, you and the rest of your teammates are not these amazing strike teams of people who are, like, really high qualified commandos. You're kind of the people that they managed to scrape out of the bottom of a prison and just slap some guns on and sent in there. So we're not actually fighting, like, the cream of the crop, like, doing anything, like, super important, really, technically. Although we are doing a lot of important things, and, you know, we are fighting a lot of things that would be above a lot of people's pay grade in the end. We're not expected to survive doing that. That's kind of the expectation there. So, like, a story about those sort of characters, scrappy underdogs and whatever, I guess, you know, you can make some interesting stories about it, but the thing is they just get sent off on bullshit missions.
Belong to the Omnissiah, and therefore to us. Restore the Divine Order. Enter Manufactorum HL-1736. Drive the heretic rabble from Consignment Yard Sigma 5-7.
I guess they probably could make something out of that. It's just, you'd have to have, like, an actual, like, dedicated set of NPCs instead of, like, 3 randos or whatever. I think for that kind of experience, though, it would be easier to just play Space Marine 2, which I think the gunplay looks worse, for obvious reasons, but, like... Space Marine 2 is kind of that sort of experience, where you guys are a group of, like, people on a very special mission with a big story behind it, escalating stakes and what have you.
They play their role.
I guess you could make this a little bit like The Last Chancers. I haven't read those books, though, so I have no idea if they're any good.
This place keeps the war zones fed with the tools of war. It fails, we lose. Simple.
Employ data interrogators in production Texas Sigma 5-7 to access
This guy in the cloak has gone like way even harder on the sort of like Spec Ops sort of look than I did. 2 for 1. Ouch.
Targets marked. Executing.
Beauty is neutralized.
Ended up kind of isolated by myself, which is not good in this game.
Touch flame are neutralized.
That new Psyker ability just seems really strong. It's like for the more precision builds, because you're able to sort of like take out these long distance targets.
Target pacification.
It seems really strong. I wonder if it's gonna get nerfed at all, because like I didn't think the damage would be enough on this difficulty to like one-shot people.
I bring justice to Atoma. Reloading. You cannot hide from the beneficent Emperor. I confess, I'm not sure of the next time.
I
need to use my ultimate there.
Numbers don't
Give me
equate
Doom
to
Slayer. Yeah, you're definitely not. You definitely would want to play like a Space Marine game instead.
You must die. Grenade! Look sharp! A ranger! Atonement is not yet yours, Psycho!
The only problem with the crack grenade is like I have no really good horde clear with this other than the knife. The knife is surprisingly good horde clear, but it's risky. I have no idea what this is, but I think standing it's probably a good idea. Looks like it restores toughness faster. Be glad to hear I got my hard drive fixed. Took a week in the shop to get the like data pulled out of it and put into a new thing, but you know I did get that done.
His grenades aided him with them.
Very nice to have like. Very nice to have a new hard drive.
Execution warranted.
I don't think I actually need to get like the information pulled out of it though. It seems like I didn't have anything that important in it. Just blocking my shots.
The condition of the workers' quarter. Its clean, efficient lines are all muddled.
Won't be a problem now.
God damn it. Alright.
Buzzy. No more. Ah, buzzy. Buzzy.
I have a gift for you.
Yep. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it turns out the drive that needed to be replaced was like actually pulled from my old computer, so it was really old.
I will not.
It wasn't even an SSD, turns out.
Heard an officer talking about something called the Cicatrix Maledictum. What's all that about then?
As you'll likely never leave this
another
planet
monster.
alive, I don't see that it matters.
Victor 6-5, Gamma, coming in! Roll! This thing's even tougher than a regular roll rig.
There we go.
No one's impressed, which is just the job.
Sound is coming.
It's interesting that they've dramatically increased the spawn rate of bosses.
Targets.
Like, it used to be you would maybe get like one a round. Now it's like you're almost guaranteed to get like 3. They're easier to kill though by quite a bit, so I actually think it's a good change.
There is no foe too strong for our faith. The numbers are significant.
For what? Stab! Shot, Goddard! That follows, buddy!
I'm reloading.
Fucking hell, bitch! You're scaring me!
Yeah, I get the feeling like that's probably going to be the Psyker ability I use. The lightning also looks really strong, but the lightning is way stronger than it should be. Actually, I'd say it's still a crowd control tool, but like I've seen Psykers use it to like melt enemy formations for like a minute straight, just keep them staggered stun locked. Ah, there he is. I kept trying to turn to see which direction he's probably coming from. It's like, this way, this way, this way. Wrong every time. Only got 12 bullets, I have to stick to this.
About fragging time!
I do kind of want to see what like the demon host fight is like, but I'm not gonna.
Proceed with care.
Follow me.
I can hear someone thinking nasty thoughts about me. Again?
Use your odds against the enemy, Psyker.
Kind of telling on himself a little bit there.
Judgment has been delivered.
Crap is a coward!
I know! That's what... The house dead!
Righteous duty.
Alright.
Prepare. Mind that zeal. Behold another slain race. Reloading.
The trapper is dead!
Descend to the production nexus.
Okay. I still haven't seen more than one demon host, which is nice. Because more than one demon host would be
We can't
pretty
go back
bad.
if we continue. Barricade station.
Deploy data interrogators
A lot of
to
ammo
clear
back there.
access to coolant control.
Where's that guy survived that? Where are all these bombers?
Taste a fraction of my pain!
No hope, no safety, only
Data stream. Viable.
I'm assuming that's like a protective bubble, but I really don't know.
No more laser parade!
Praise be. Healing station.
I've still got mark target tied to like right click, so that's why I keep doing this.
Cypher exfiltration faltering. Connection lost. Compensate.
We gotta get over here now. Unfortunate.
elimination.
This is a bad spawn
protocols
location for us.
engaged.
Oh, someone else got it. Go.
Targets identified.
feel like the changes for me, like, because I already like the game and I already like the gameplay with specifically the veteran and the sharpshooter, is that this doesn't feel like a huge improvement, but it also doesn't feel like a step back at all. I think that people who play the other classes, though, the ones like the Psyker, are probably going to feel like this is a big improvement. Because I'm seeing a lot of neat new toys for those guys. Cool. Fantastic.
Target neutralization.
I can only imagine you attempted random inputs until it worked. But it is now working.
Our Psycho does good work. Occasionally.
Data interrogation imminent.
We need that data interrogator working!
It's a different one this time.
Aye! Killed it!
Yes, I am truly dangerous.
See, this is the same as it was.
Here, a present just for you.
They actually made it a little easier because they've got a little alert-like icon when it's it changes color when it's viable.
Infiltration.
I was shooting ones that were being knocked down dead with the hammer already.
Security protocol subverted. You may now proceed to combat
Isolating targets.
Here we go.
Ammo. Just what I needed.
The way I've built this, I don't have plus 25% ammo, so... Which used to be like just an inbuilt part of the class, so not having it feels real bad, actually.
You shall not pass!
I thought it was going to my left.
Calm yourself! Embracing war!
Find the door release to proceed through current control.
Enforcer backup would be useful!
Moving to ambush position.
Got me out of the corner with that thing.
Battle is over!
What a bad place for that to have happened.
Targets marked. Executing.
Right corner.
Bringing the cycle!
Right corner.
Stagger is so high.
can't resist. We have finished the hound. Demon host. Follow me. Simply, you should heal. I hear a hound.
We slaughtered the hound.
Drag gunner.
I hear the dead.
You even look at me funny, I'll leave you there.
Oh! Unhand me!
Only 3 bullets.
Judgment comes, trumpet. Charging. Take your corruption from this ass on the wing.
Roxy 6-6 down!
We have killed the bird!
Praise the Emperor's magnificence. Ammunition.
Terminated.
Tranquility comes a step closer!
Well, very much out of ammo here.
Who truly believes this support team will be here in time?
Really, violence. You should have more faith. What conditions Darktide can survive is one of the best.
Oh, I will stop worrying then, of course.
Elimination sanctioned.
Team in position at consignment yard Sigma 5-7. Begin security action.
Usually there's a lot of ammo in this section.
Prayers are answered. Holy ammunition.
Holy crap, did I ever need all that? Okay.
Engaging multiple targets.
Your skill is noteworthy.
Really, because that was 3 shots.
Shut down their Skyfire defenses.
You cannot run from me! Guilty!
Shot on her!
A merciful
Drop her!
It's not the sniper, though. Someone else get the sniper? I have no idea.
God, Gunner!
I have a gift for you!
Targets identified.
Skyfire is showing red!
Support team is now inbound to your location.
Okay.
Deploy landing beacon.
Next station.
This is one of those weird ones. They increased the hit points on, like, all the enemies, but it doesn't really feel like it. Because they did, like, say that they increased the hit points on the enemies to compensate for, like, increased player power, and I think that they actually
Pacification.
net made it so that these things die faster,
Hey, are you jealous, Captain?
which is interesting. That's not usually how these patches go. Like, they usually do it and everything feels like a bullet sponge. I'm glad they didn't do that. Where did I see that sniper trail from?
I won't let you
Sniper! Killed it! Back down! Reloading!
I can see there's quite a few people who are using knives.
Sniper!
Something makes you look like a god. Your death is offering. Your damnation eternal.
Sight beyond sight!
executing.
I feel like this build doesn't, like, fully do well here, just because, like, you're not really supposed to be firing your gun for this sort of moment here.
Ammo crate!
Oh, that's... Okay, I feel like that was a really good shot that I just had there. But yeah, like, you run through ammunition quite fast with the sharpshooter, and you need to use it for, like, high-value targets. That's kind of how you're supposed to play this, usually. So me, like, firing at stuff here is kind of a waste.
Delivering mercy.
That's where that paving don't get. Grenade out! Strike through! Finish it!
Oh, it's pissed.
Find me now, you brothers!
You did it! Bennett, you owe me a day's leave.
Copy that!
Alright. Well, that went okay. I want to try to use those smoke grenades a little bit. Just because it's like, I'm not too sure what they really do. I would have to have a really weird loadout, though, for me to want to use the smoke grenade, because it doesn't help me with hard targets, and it doesn't help me with, like, horde clear. It helps you against shooters. Which is, like, a major... I can imagine the smoke grenades are probably going to end up being used by, like, the people on the top difficulty. Because, like, shooters is actually the biggest threat in this game. Like, just loads of people shooting guns at you is one of the things that's considered most dangerous. So having access to, like, a grenade that shuts that down, I think is probably going to wind up being something for them. And by extension me, because that's the difficulty I like to play on. So... But I don't know, like, do I use it on myself or do I throw it on the people firing guns? I'm not too sure how that works. It's a line of sight blocker, or is it like a debuff for people in one or the other? I don't know. We'll have to find out. I also need to figure out how to do the save loadout thing, because it's really weird that I can't do that properly. Okay, so let's do a reset all and, like, get, this kind of thing. Rending is actually probably a good idea for me to do if I'm going for the knife. And we're going down this side, so... I don't think that you take both of these. Because if you got minus 93% threat for 10 seconds after you leave stealth, as long as you're relatively close to your party, you don't need Hunter's Resolve, because your toughness damage reduction is not going to do anything because you're not getting hit. So that doesn't actually matter, but you can get the damage, and I think that this is actually kind of okay. I still really like that. It felt pretty good actually using that. This is actually double rending. You can get rending from this, which means that critical hits get that, and then continuous hits also do that. So if you're hammering them with like a fast firing gun that's got some critical to it, this would actually like let you get through armor really effectively, but I think that serrated blade's probably better for what I like to do here. Okay, so if we're using like smoke grenades here, I kind of want to get access to like potentially these to make them a little bit more effective. I wouldn't mind going down here to get that critical chance. That's only on range shots, but who waits with a revolver, though? It's only one shot, though, is the problem. I could just barely get to Deadshot if I wanted to. This was what was making me so invincible with my first run. I was basically just not taking any damage because of that. I was constantly getting that back. I take that. Fleet Specialist. I'm gonna go with this. And then I'm gonna keep this loadout. We're just gonna try a refinement on the same sort of idea here. Oh, quick play gives you extra stuff. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Let's see here. What's low intensity hunting? So fewer heretics but more hounds. Low intensity shock. So less people but way more specialists. I don't want to deal with anything quite this difficult because this would be very, very difficult right now. I think... I don't really want to be doing grimoires right now. I think just while I'm testing stuff out, I'm still going to do slightly easier missions. So that would be maybe something like this. I kind of wish like I'd actually just had my hard drive removed and like installed it myself, because turns out I didn't have anything too important in my old D drive anyway, like the dying one. I think I'd actually moved all the important stuff into backup and elsewhere, so you know, winded up being very unimportant to keep it. Which, you know, whatever. Meant that I would have had like my hard drive installed in like a day instead of a week.
Excise Vault Spireside 13 has been misappropriated as a contagion silo. A sample is required. You are to obtain said sample. Vault access comes via a servitor colony.
I think it's going to be hard for me to figure out how the smoke grenade works in this, like as I'm playing.
Utilize the pneumatic conveyor to deliver the samples to other operatives. Extraction is then authorized.
Can't believe they let you get that kind of cap. You should not be allowed to have that kind of outfit in this game, I feel like. It's not like you're an actual commissar, though, so if a real commissar sees you, you're probably going to get shot.
The condition of that atmospheric shield is like unto thy faith, woeful and lacking.
I'd say it's nice to be closer to the surface, but I wouldn't want to be thought a liar.
It was left. Sooner or later, night comes and misery alongside.
Look upon this place and no despair.
Problem. The vault is locked and you need to bypass security. Solution. Acquire cyber ident from servitor colony and utilize.
glorious striking game.
Yeehaw. Okay. Got Johnny back there doing a thing. Who knows what it is, but he's doing a thing.
As true a path as one can walk.
God, Gunner!
I hear a demon host already. It's all very unfortunate. Ow, ow, ow.
Heretics approach!
Come on! Roll! This thing's even tougher than a regular old ring.
We won! You lost!
Nicely done, old ring.
Oh boy.
We got the big meeting! You're a real mess, priest.
Oh, come on.
I see no way to return.
Some things are better left forgotten.
Okay.
You'll come to understand that if you survive.
Really hoping I find some ammo somewhere, but still got that in me at least.
Ammunition! Been about time.
Oh, man, that's only 6 shots.
Ammo crate!
This area is out in the open, so I'm going to try using my grenade here.
Throw a grenade!
Should actually be using these fairly frequently.
elevator's in position. Something went off. Fragging way for a change.
Stay down. Too tough for you.
Okay. Whatever. Let's just leave.
Says you. It's like looking in a mirror.
Nice chat. Nice bragging chat.
I just said we both suck. That's terrible. I think I heard a bomber. Hopefully not, but...
We've got a ranger! Ammo! This grenade shall do holy work!
Thanks, you're gonna switch.
Will you quit stealing all the ammo?
Do not do it again. I promise.
Grenade.
I have no idea where this bomber is.
Won't be a problem now.
Push it, gunner. Hit me. Does some still work?
Lamentable. This should never have been permitted to decay. Cypher identity imperative.
Here we go.
So perishes the trapper!
Since I heard it but couldn't see it, I figured it was going for someone else.
Hadron online. Data interrogation rate acceptable.
Danger is gone.
So be it!
Killed the major, fellas.
Tough little man. Not so tough as hungry.
Don't you go feeling kinship betrayed his big man.
Cypher exfiltration bottom. Action loss. Compensate. All praise on Messiah. Upward the strength.
Reloading. Cover me. Adopting stealth.
Rage is gone.
Lines is never easy. I blame you, balance.
Where's this bomber coming out of?
Stamp on her. Kill. Open fire. Our organ needs cover.
You have somehow succeeded in resolving the issue.
Danger's big.
Someone fix that data interrogation!
Go, major.
It has gone.
sniper around here somewhere.
The sniper is slain!
They're dropping everywhere.
How was that? I think that was the Ogryn's big bomb. They got a option between a box of cluster grenades, I think, like the kind of old one, a really big grenade like that one, I think, and a rock. Obviously the best one is the rock. You just chuck a rock at them. Obviously the best one.
You have successfully reconnected. Now maintain connection.
Ouch. So I think what like the invisibility is for is to let you go after something risky and then get back out. And the reason it's got the ability to go for the double charge is so like you can hit it, go somewhere really stupid, assassinate some high priority target, and then get back out after with the second one. But being able to kill like 2 important things once every like 20 seconds, or every like 2 minutes actually, feels kind of bad. Johnny's almost dead too. It's a bit unfortunate. Lost my hit markers. There they are again.
Excise vault. Make haste.
I take damage falling again here. That's okay. Nope, I didn't. Okay.
Kill that poxbuster!
Anyway!
Poxbuster! No more big beauty!
I hear them. Reload it! Cover me!
Big move! Behind me!
Almost dropped. We got a spot now. Fantastic.
Right now, how many can you get?
You don't mess with the Emperor's hammer!
Throne, but this place is a mess. How long since it was abandoned?
Hell?
There will be a record somewhere. There is always a record. The trick lies in finding it.
Oh, it's because we got our player back.
No coming back now. Healing time shouting.
I'm out!
Yeah, not having any like ammo, not having any way to get like ammo back is kind of suck, but
If Grendel sanctions exterminatis here, how do you reckon it'll go down? Sniper!
my spine.
Hold profile engaged. Redeploying. Grenade out!
Did I cancel? I think I canceled my grenade.
Ammo! Just what I need.
Not as badly as I need it, but whatever.
If you're wanting to serve the Emperor, you might want to practice your aim. You're forever hitting armor.
How dare thee! The Master guided my shots. But perhaps your flesh is not so receptive to divine inspiration as I might wish.
When we get done with this, look me up. I'll give you some pointers, just in case the Emperor's message ain't getting through.
Very well. I see little harm in such an endeavor. I'm prepared.
So I guess they're admitting that they're missing a lot of shots.
Sniper!
My hunting is ending, sniper.
Hangar Delta 17.
Not that I'm doing any better.
Moving to active ground!
Not so fast.
Punchbuster! Pulls it fast! That's what the training's for. Oh, Scott! Gunner!
Shotgunner! Oh! Weakling!
Gunner! Get man's flank! Cover me! Is that a demon host?
Demon head.
I wonder if I can use stealth to break like the demon host thing after like I lose my shields and stuff like that.
I'm out of ammo!
Herb gunner! Enemy down!
Proximity to excise vault, Spire side 13. Achieved.
Man.
Hell, need ammo!
Okay.
What's this I hear about you quarreling with one of the zealots?
You know how it is. A lady never tells.
I ain't asking a lady, no, am I?
Sorry, my lips are sealed.
Big mutie down!
I don't think we found a single scripture. I thought we had scriptures available.
Greg Shotgunner! Greg Shotgunner!
Stand up and fight!
Disengage excise vault.
Major's dead and gone!
Okay. what he was waiting there for. Alright.
Group up and you will fare better.
Another delivered unto judgment.
Finally. Alright, here we go.
For Atoma! Come, let us tend our wounds.
Pain is transient. Life is transient. Only the end is eternal.
Okay.
Analyzing pneumatic conveyor. Registers as functional.
Judgment is at hand, mutant!
Retrieve the contagion samples. Search the cells.
Got one! Need an escort!
Dispatch using pneumatic conveyor. Make haste.
The beast is slain! I bring redemption! See, the open is empty!
Admit, you're impressed.
The music here feels a bit out of place compared to what it was before, but like... still in keeping with things a little bit, but... just doing that to get my shields back. Not doing it for anything fancy.
Shooter! Sniper!
Back there.
Yes!
Ammo crate!
Just reward offered!
Almost done.
Still not too sure about the smoke grenade. There's not really a ton of wood shooting galleries where I feel like it's a great choice, but because you can also use the frag grenade to clear out shooting galleries, and I think that's the smarter call. Where'd that damn trapper go? Swings with a trapper wing a little bit.
Parameters almost met.
Yep. This looks ugly. I think this is ours. Flame looks different, it's probably good, I guess. God, I haven't had a chance to reload in so long. I wish those were a bit faster.
There is fighting to be done.
Thanks, Zealot. I ain't scared of you!
Out of nowhere, sniper at the end. Alright, fine. Alright, well, no deaths at least. I want to try an auto gun build, but I'm not sure what that would synergize with here. Probably reload speed a little bit. A lot of the ones that I like are a little bit. Yeah, Johnny was playing slideshow the entire time. I'm not that surprised. I think I'm gonna try the 3-shot like burst head hunter. I'm not sure what I try it with, though. I also want to figure out, like, how to do those stupid, like, autosave templates. Like, how do I actually set this? No, it's clearly trying to switch around between them. Oh yeah, no, it did do something. I'm not sure how you make these. Or how you save them, rather. I think that's the bigger problem, but... Okay, let's, make a loadout here. Go with the tack axe. The tactical axe, I like these. And I guess I don't want the Columnus one here. I want the Brax Mark III. So what do we do for this type of thing here? I wouldn't mind getting the Shredder with this build because we're not very good at dealing with certain things here. Suppression is actually good with this gun. I think sprint cost is something I just like for every build, basically, but... yeah. We'll start with this stuff here. I think this is how many shots? Like 3? It's like 1 burst, I think. It's not great. I feel like this is bugged. I don't think that this is working. Yeah, definitely don't take the, with this gun, don't take Deadshot. It's not a last weapon, so obviously we don't take the last one. Damage reduction, ammo. Okay, and then for the remainder here, we can dip into whatever it is we're going to dip into here. Grenades, I think, are a good part of this build here again. I wonder if this includes you. Okay. I'm just gonna take the sprint speed again. It's just too good for my playstyle, for my preferences. Crit chance? I think crit chance would actually be really, really good here. than I can get for the last thing. I want to apply rending on crits with this gun. Okay, so this is number 3 here. So let's try this loadout out and see how it works. This is a gun that I really like using, even though it's considered kind of weak. I'm not ready to do a high intensity, more hounds difficulty 5. That sounds like a dumb idea right now. I'll just do maybe... This is a new mission? No, that's not. Let's do this. It's a level I've been doing a lot today, but I could do this actually. Let's do this. Ugh. Nice to be able to jump straight back into this and it be on heresy difficulty, like right off the bat. So here, I'm the only one here with the shredder frag. Everyone else is using the crack grenades. I can understand that. It's really, really good. It's interesting that the like full toughness increases are on the sharpshooter.
There's an Aegis station in Enclave and Barros. It should get us a foothold.
It's kind of weird, like being able to be a bit tankier with that class, because it's always been kind of a fragile class. I feel like I can stand there and shoot like and not take damage with this class now, the way I've built it. If it's anything like when I had the bolter, it's gonna be like I just don't take damage a lot of the time. Large amounts of toughness reduction, a lot of extra like toughness, durability. All that combined makes it so that like you just don't take damage.
This order is the reason we fight, pilgrims.
Alright, this doesn't have a flashlight.
But not to live here.
Don't give the heretics a fraggening!
Kinda wish I did have a flashlight, but whatever.
Move as a unit. Pretend you're soldiers.
Reaper!
Can't see shit. This has more shots in it than I thought it did, so it would be like the first. Headshots only still hurt. Even on difficulty 4. I guess I've got a build for it, but still. Does not do very well against this guy. Expression on the flamethrower is still really good. Where's that sniper?
Just like Pandora 9, ain't it? Rangers are gonna. Not so noisy now. Hey, you can't make that shot again.
Burning through my ammo real fast here.
Hitting armor. Aim for the weak spot.
Oh wow, that got me in like one hit. Wasn't expecting that to be a one-shot. Wow.
Ammo. Just one. Won't be a problem now.
Time to ammo up!
I need the ammo, dudes. Everyone does, but oh well. Let's use the axe.
You can't cross that sky link. Not until you lower it.
See the stairs?
Green screens always bothered me in this game. Provides like incentive to not let myself get in this state. Problem with these guys is that their head is armored and I go for finesse weapons. So it's like actually worse for me to like go for headshots in some ways. I'm not actually sure if body shots would be better though.
Rise up! Give them hell! Here she goes!
Perhaps you will not be martyred today after all.
Trapper's still around somewhere. Unfortunately.
need power cells to get that bridge moving.
Don't waste ammo! Wait for a clean shot! Got one of the fraggers! Give me some cover! Engaging. Focus. Fire.
Katie is pretty dead, dude.
Good to have someone I can trust. What is dead?
Oh, there's so much stuff going on.
Got a big mutie! Big mutie eliminated! Well, that's the bomber gun. Smack in the head!
Well, this isn't going too bad right now. There's still something weird going on with my controls locking into block.
The Emperor didn't save you that time, did he, sell it?
Need to take a little bit more damage on my gun, I think.
Incoming! What's taking the friggin' bridge so long? They ain't so much! Keep them at a distance! Oi! You watch it! I can only grudge, you know! Military gets the job done! Coming on! That's me 220 engaged!
Crack grenade actually, like, I think one-shot that guy. Oh boy, this is bad.
Bastion 220 combat stunts!
Spray some bolts around there.
No, move on!
God damn it. I don't with all the shit coming from one direction, so hoping the team would get everything coming from the other.
Kill the fragger! 666! Watch the flame! Striking time!
God, did I ever need that ammo?
Move out! The Aegis station isn't that far now.
This gun's always been a little bit ammo hungry. Axe has a definite cadence to it, and I don't have it right now. You have to have faith in the fact that it stuns and staggers people really effectively on headshots. Like, it's got a lot of stagger on headshot compared to a lot of other weapons I use.
Oh, yes, it's you find. Heads down! Sniper! Sniper! Ha! Right in the fragging head!
There we go.
Kill that Traxxas 7!
Complaining about his shot.
Cool. That's good.
Kill the sniper! Here they come! Like cover!
Somehow seem to be crawling
Medicate
back into
station.
having ammo. Which is
Get
nice.
down!
Someone call for a bomb. Ready in bombardment.
My prayers are answered. Holy omniscient. Primus slain!
Ammunition! About
Go.
time!
Good. I needed that.
Alas, your reckoning began.
I think that grenade exploding on our ally there caused him to actually be not hounded anymore, which is kind of funny.
Grenade up! Oh, we've got a hound, fellows!
Kill shot ready.
Got a top flavor! Hogsburst is gone!
It's definitely a case of a gun that's kind of like a little bit suboptimal, but is a lot of fun to use.
Provides the means of death unto the soul.
Oh, great shotgunner!
Once you can get those headshots like that, and the damage is actually fine. What's that?
Eliminating alpha target!
For a stone.
Good readings to the bomber! They're everywhere!
Yeah, I still like the frags. Like, the cracks have, like, a definite place, but frag is still good.
Extraction 7-7!
Up you get, sell it!
Taking serious damage!
Prepare!
May all our kills be as swift.
Sniper!
For the test.
Man.
A soul for your wounds, veteran.
Other people need it more than me, which is unfortunate, because I kind of need it.
Snipe is dead! Got some ammo here, soldier! Even the fragging creatures don't fancy the odds. Not a good sign. Oh, Ron! That's the big duty kill!
I heard that overall the game was quite a bit harder right now, which I think is a good thing, but, you know, I don't feel like it is. There's certain moments where things are spawned in, like, smarter places around you, so you have to be more, like, aware of multiple things. Like there, where it's just like things are sort of spawning in multiple spots around you. So if you're sort of able to be aware of that, like just keep your team together sort of thing. That sounded like an ogre. Did we find an ogre? That was an enemy ogre. I have to play careful right now, I can't be too aggressive here. Sometimes you just have to do something a little bit ballsy. Okay. All right.
Cheery name, I don't think. Hungry.
Ammo's doing okay right now. Health is abysmal.
Let's the bother out of our faces.
As soon as you have that Aegis station secured, I'll call for reinforcements.
Skyfire's showing red!
I've ordered your support team into position. They're inbound.
Yeah, like I've got all mouth no state. I ain't scared of you! Regulations is what's well.
Wish the teammates were up here where it's easier to defend from, but whatever.
Medicaid station! Start gunner! Hey! Watch it, sharpshooter!
So he's just dead. He's gonna join up with this fella.
Oh, so you need help again, do you? Kill shot drills engaged!
Cool.
Good job. I almost felt proud for a moment. Time to come home.
Keeping me from the grave, priest.
Well, that worked out okay.
For the beneficent Emperor.
On the other hand, my wrist is starting to hurt, so I'm probably going to call it quits for today. Indication that I'm holding my stuff incorrectly, but, you know, did reset it. Alright. Ugh. Yeah, no, I like the changes. they're not huge for me, so I'm kind of glad about that. Like, I wanted Veteran Sharpshooter to sort of have a really similar feeling to what it used to have. I didn't want to change too much. It gives you some more options, but I don't have to, like, use them. So all in all, I think the changes are, if it makes other people happy, like, especially for people who play other classes. Like, I think that, what I've seen for Psyker makes me excited to try out Psyker. I do wish the weapon system made it so I didn't have to, like, level up my weapons or didn't have to try to get new weapons or whatever, but, like, yeah. Definitely more interesting to try and level up your class than what it was before. I'm not sure that it adds too much, though. I also think it's going to make the game a lot worse if you're trying to, like, be with a friend who's got a low-level account and you've got a level 30. Because you're getting, like, flat stats as well as you go up this, and they add up to, I think, a decent change. I don't think that you're, like, really out of that too much. I just want to take a look at the stats here for Psyker. I want to see what they're up to. Okay, let's look up our operative. Let's look up our talents. So you've got, let's see, you've got a lightning one, you've got a soul, I think, sucking one, and you've got one with a gun. Throw swift homing projectiles formed of psychic energy. These are the ones that I think I've seen other people using. Doesn't work against carapace armor. Interesting. So this is your grenade equivalent, it looks like. This is the lightning. This one's the brain burst. So this is the old one. So these are, I think, pretty interesting. Additional targets, sail charges, replenish 30% faster. So you get charges of it. That's interesting. Yeah, so I think this is supposed to be like Yondu's little whistly thing, whatever. Plus 4 damage to warp attacks for 8 seconds after a non-warp based kill. So you need like a sword or something like that, or a gun. Your movement speed is not reduced while quilling. That's actually really useful. This one's got a very strange shape to it. It's much less linear in some ways than the veteran one, but I think that's just the shape. I think it's not actually. Actually, it looks like you can more easily converge a little bit, because I could go from here to here instead of like from here to here and then going across like that. So that's how that seems to be. Let's see here. This is kinetic presence, plus damage against elites, cooldown reduction on abilities, coherency plus 4% crit chance. So these aren't really that meaningful, I don't feel like. They're good buffs, but like they're not class defining. These are your ults. This is your stagger, quells 50% peril. It's weird that's only 50%. Wow, okay. This one's Telekin Shield. And this is Scryer's Graze. Plus 10% damage and plus 20% critical chance. 1 second are increasing damage. So you can actually go up to 100% peril at this, and you can just keep staying in this mode until later. So this is kind of like the veteran sharpshooter's ability. This could actually be a very powerful ability, I feel like. This is the one that I think everyone sort of still is taking. I've definitely seen some people take this lightning, and I've definitely seen people take this one. I don't see as many people taking brain burst anymore. I think you can increase the damage for this one. But these ones just feel flat out more powerful in a lot of ways. What have they got down here? Disrupt Destiny. Okay. Empowered Psionics. I think that brain rupture was supposed to be the like thing that lets you take down hardened targets. So you pull it out for very, very specific targets, but don't use it any other time. Whereas the other ones are more general use, so that's why you see them being used more often against most targets. I'm probably like not seeing people brain burst like tough carapace armored stuff, but they're probably doing it. Kills have a 7.5% chance to empower your next blitz, but is that stacking or is that like just the one? Then you've got Warp Siphon. Killing an elite or specialist enemy gains you a warp charge. So you can get the sort of warp charges that we're used to having from previous. This is quite a lot of changes. This is very, very different compared to what the previous Psyker's abilities were like. That's kind of nice. I don't have all the ones for the Ogrins, but we can take a look at Zealot. Kind of wonder how their tree sort of works. I feel like the Psionic one, it sort of organically flows into those different ones, whereas like the Veteran one is 3 clear distinct paths. This is a little bit less, that was a little bit less so. Yeah, this is also like multiple different clear paths. Though the way it capstones is, again, a bit different. So you've got different grenades now. Immolation Grenade. Blades of Faith. Killing elite and special enemies in melee replenishes a knife. Ammo boxes replenish knives. So this is like just... I'm not sure what the heck the point of this is. Stun Grenade is probably still my favorite out of these options with what they're saying here, because I want to be able to stagger those high armor things as the Zealots. So this gets rid of corruption. That's actually going to be really good in runs with the Grimoires. Fear of the Faithful, this is the previous one. Wield a Holy Relic that releases pulses of energy every 0.8 seconds. Stun immunity and invulnerability. Interesting. 45% toughness to allies and coherency. If the allies at full health or toughness, they instead gain plus 20 max toughness up to a total of plus 100. Huh. So that's something I've definitely seen. Enter stealth for 3 seconds. While in stealth, gain plus 20% movement speed, 100% backstab damage, plus 100% finesse damage, and plus 100% critical chance. Attacking doesn't seem to exit the these guys out of stealth, so it's way stronger than the veterans for a shorter duration. And you don't get your toughness back. So this is more of an offensive ability to just be able to blenderify things for 3 seconds. Stealth duration can increase to 6 seconds. You also don't have an option to chain 2 of them together, so that also is different. The cooldown's only 30 seconds, so this is way stronger than the veteran's invisibility for some things. Extra crit chance. Martyrdom. Up to 9 missing wounds. I didn't even know you could get that many. I guess you would really have to build for it. Then inexorable. There's probably some plus wounds things here. Yeah, Fate's Fortitude. There's probably more like that. Inexorable Judgment. Moving grants you momentum. When you hit an enemy, spend all momentum, gaining 1% melee attack speed, plus 1% ranged attack speed, and plus 1% damage per stack. Lasts for 8 seconds. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I guess it depends on like how far you'd have to move to get like a stack. Replenish 2% toughness for each spent stack of momentum. Because you don't have to use an active ability for this, I don't think. It's just seems to be every time you've generated enough momentum. Gain 3 stacks of momentum on a successful dodge. That's actually really, really strong for my playstyle, I think. Backstabs are actually really hard to get in this game. Not really realistic to rely on those, so I wouldn't rely on Pious Cutthroats. Although, obviously, if you've got access to Shroud Field, you'd definitely be using that. Getting a bunch of kills, though, for that's not really that easy. But I think if you're getting, like, the extended range, or duration one, you would end up in a situation where you could probably get constant Shroud Fields with, Pious Cutthroat, Inexorable Judgment, and stuff like that. Because, like, you just need 5 kills to get back, the whole thing. Each of these is, like, 6 seconds? Yeah, each of these is 6 seconds. So you'd have to get 4 kills to get the whole thing back, I think? Assuming that because you've got, like, 20... Or you've got the extra, duration from this, so you could get 4 kills in 6 seconds and just go straight into another activation of Shroud Field. I'm not sure I would take Perfectionist doing that then. So I would mostly just take Mastercraft, Shroud Field, and Invigorating Revelation. That could be very interesting. You could also have cooldown reduction, if I recall, on somebody. I don't think it's... I think that was the Psyker. Yeah, I think that's something to consider. It's definitely not playing this as you would normally play a Zealot. I think that Zealot's still the one that just sort of runs forward. Trying to get kills, but let's try and see what we can manage here. Problem is I don't necessarily want Blades of Faith, so we might actually try to get in here from somewhere else, but we'll take it for now. I don't really want to have, like, this ranged thing, because that's, like, really jank. It's also quite mediocre for us. So, we're gonna go with the stat. The only problem is we have to sort of, like, guarantee being able to get kills, which we can't really do. Okay, so what we want to do is just have more melee output. Toughness damage reduction would be good. Melee attack speed, probably good here. We're not taking damage here, so that doesn't really matter. Your melee attacks plus 30% impact strength and plus 10% attack speed for 5 seconds after emptying ranged weapons. Oh, well, we're not really planning on doing that. Could just go for this. No, I don't think so. 5% on your next melee attack for each enemy hit, stacks 5 times. That's actually really good. So you can actually get some range damage here as well. mean, that's kind of good, but I don't think I need it there, because we're always in coherency, so it doesn't really matter. I think we take that, actually. I think that that's the powerful thing to take here. Ooh, Invocation of Death could be good here, so 1, 2, 3. We'd be short, but I could just get rid of one little thing. Like, we get rid of that, and now I can get... So if we get a crit on melee, then we can suddenly get a little bit more cooldown reduction on our invisibility so that we don't have to necessarily get 4 kills. We can basically just perma chain Shroud Field, I feel like. For that, I would want something like this, which can get consistent kills. High damage. Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to try this on a later day. Like I said, my wrist hurts a bit, so we're not going to bother doing this, but it's something. So, in any event, yeah, this is the way the game is right now. I think it's a good change. I mean, gives you some stuff to explore, some more stuff to try out, gives you a little bit more variety, but I'm just mostly glad that the core experience of playing as the veteran sharpshooter isn't actually any worse or any different, because I didn't want that really to change all that much. But in any event, that was a good stream. Hope you found this one enjoyable, and hope to see you guys all next time.